Testing 1, 2, testing.
I was kind of embarrassed though. I did not mean. Okay. Uh-huh. Mhm. Um, sure, if they want to come and get it, I think just, I think we need to talk about where it's gonna be, like, out of the city. Seems to think that if we do it on that it's gonna be too much with people who think that dinner going on in the main hall. I had, I, we were on all those emails going back and forth with her about trying to get a date and she just, I think a Sunday would be fine. I think this would be great. And on Sunday, yeah, you just started in the afternoon. You started at 12 and go till, yes, it's fine. Yeah, yeah, a Sunday would be fabulous. Yeah. Hi.
I like that color on you.
I know, I do too. You're looking,
makes
looking
you look
relaxed
bright
and-
and happy. It's like you're in the
like
morning.
you look like you've been in the Swiss Alps, right, not the medicine.
I think that makes you beautifully tan.
I know,
Blonde.
I know.
He looks
Totally.
like he's been
like on
in
a
the
beach or
Caribbean,
something, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. I don't know whether I want to.
Oh, it does spark interest, doesn't it? You start solving
You should have one in front.
I know, sometime after the
Let's
meeting, we
meet
should
somewhere
go
where it is
have
at
a,
some meeting and
I know,
tell
after
us
the
that.
meeting.
Yeah.
We'll have to go sometime and
Little
have lunch
early
or
to
something.
start drinking for me.
At 5 o'clock.
Maybe if there's food included, you know.
Maybe they could share a table.
Yeah,
The
for
three of
sure.
us.
I think so too. And I
And-
have another author friend that might be interested in coming too.
Okay.
These three haven't been local.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
so
great.
it's kinda
And
cool.
my friend is too.
And you did. Right, well, that's gonna be really good.
So I think it would probably
All
have to be
three.
in here. But they didn't really want it to be in here because of all this AV equipment. They were worried about it.
You have to be able to
Well, the
jump
thing
in.
is, they don't want us to do it in the main hall because
Yeah, that's gonna be 17.
Yeah,
17,
yeah.
17.
there's a, she said there's a few years left. But
That was 17. And we said, will we be around? And here we are.
you know, I mean,
We,
you know, there, we could,
17, when was the time, 2008? 2010?
so not 210.
It was
Yeah,
done.
I got married at 2010 up on the farm behind here.
yeah.
My in-laws live up there. It's really pretty up there.
We used to go every day.
Yeah, it's lovely.
We'd go to Kaysen.
Yeah, it's
And we,
just so
or
pretty.
we drive by and we walk. We check all the blooms and the plants because we were always breaking. Were they still?
always.
Yeah.
They have a full-time caretaker up there.
And then we stopped by for a drink at Taylor's, and it was, yeah, so, we almost, I went to the other guy who had us, but it was a lot of money for it.
A lot of money.
It was $2 million.
And that was
For
way back
one
then.
bedroom. It was incredible. So, I mean, there was a bedroom downstairs, and it was cheap.
I actually never really been.
Who lives there now?
The Morrishead house. I'm not really sure which house that is. No, the Morrishead. It's a
They had
cabin,
a
but I'm
bigger
not,
house up on the hill.
I'm not sure which one you're
Didn't
talking
Michael
about.
Stearns buy that
No.
one? No, I know who it was. It was somebody. Michael built his own Michael Stearns.
The Hofbeckers,
They're just, they're there.
yeah,
And then his little house cabin, the Michael cabin. You walk out the back and it's, cliff, what do you mean? Steep cliff.
mhm,
You see the house.
right.
Nearer to the lake. The
Um,
lake's just right walk uphill.
yeah, my sister-in-law lives up there. Lynn. She
Yes,
lives in-
Lynn.
Lynn McIntosh. She lives in one of those houses. And then the one across the street, there was someone living there for a while. The guy who was the old person. George Stern.
George, I'm calling him Michael because.
George Stern.
George,
um,
that's what.
He
yeah,
passed away
remember he had
last year.
One on.
Yeah, yeah.
Michael Stearns is my dad.
Oh, oh. Yeah, no, George passed away and
Did he sell that house?
no, he didn't. It's in the trust.
Is it in?
It's not, it's halfway. So, anyway, yeah, they're kind of in a holding pattern.
No, it's old. Good. How you guys? Yeah.
Let's see if the microphone works.
Wait, this is someone's spot. Someone always sits there. Who sits there normally? Scoot over, I'll fill in the blank.
Oh, is somebody here?
Oh, nobody's here.
There's just a lot of red tape.
Hey, John, did you see my note about possibly doing a movie night in the MUR? Or what do you think of that?
Yeah, and I actually think this is a great room. You know, you just make it like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
And then you can put people in
We
the
just
middle.
put tablecloth on this and people
Yeah.
sat behind and used.
Yeah.
Where's the, can't we just unplug it, plug it somewhere, bring the cords down? Is this what they're worried about, this stuff?
Just all the equipment,
Well,
yeah.
then don't let it in sit here. Don't sit in
Yeah.
front of it.
Um,
The vendor.
That would be fine too.
And then you could choose, people can put it with their books.
I mean, depending on what it is, I mean, they could see even set their books, or put
Yeah.
the equipment more towards the side and put something
over
over
the
it, and
window.
they could put their books like in between and just like.
I mean, all they need is a
use it as-
10 of a time.
as display.
But
But I
they
think
don't
we
even
could-
need a pen.
I would think that this would be a good space.
Okay.
And you know, there's parking right here.
If it's nice, you could even have
And we could
somebody
have
outside.
people outside. I was thinking that it would be nice, I have a friend. And I want her to sell her wreath, but I actually want her to come and. help people make money.
I know that the garden club does that.
Yes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Hey, Ryan.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's really.
but if
love-
she
I love
came and
that.
sold her wreath, that
She-
would be
she
great.
definitely
She
can
could be
sell her wreath.
outside.
And that would be
Yeah.
perfect outside.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
used to have, remember,
Can you hear us, Ryan?
we had a big tent, big long tent, it's a 10 by 20. And then Shelley helped us put it up.
I guess,
Take it down. And I wonder if it's in the garage. But
No,
Phil Barth
I don't
there's a
have a
tool
garage.
In the storage. It's Phil Barth's too. So I'm gonna talk to him. I think,
Yeah.
the thing is, you need that visual, you need that.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Oh,
gonna,
totally, else they won't know.
no,
going on
and even
there.
if you had it in the, anymore,
Yeah.
people wouldn't stop, they have to see
Right,
it.
they have to see the
Yeah.
event then.
Yeah.
Totally. That's a great idea.
Is there
So-
any kind of a conflict with the volunteer party? Have you,
That was on a Saturday and there was a conflict.
ah,
I just was told they weren't having it for next week.
the volunteer party? Not having a Christmas
I
party?
said it at the, did you come to Cheyenne?
No,
Email, she did send me. specifically how to-
Carrie Chen
Carrie
said-
Chen. Yeah, and you were.
Oh,
in
we're
on
not
it.
having the holiday party, we're
Okay.
doing it in the spring.
okay, so
Oh,
that's all.
Okay, well, that's all set.
But I,
Well, I have to check back in here.
okay. And if those, if an
I tried
outside
to,
private person is having a party, they just have to put up with. At the moment. We're first.
Yeah.
A parent sponsor thing.
So, should we go ahead and get started?
You wanna start?
Yes.
I think we have a plan.
I wasn't sure I was supposed to tell you I could come, so I just did it.
It's not. Jet lag.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I've been vaccinated.
Where were you? Where?
All over, well, I went to London,
Oh,
Switzerland, Paris,
oh,
and then Slovakia.
great.
Yeah,
Good trip.
that was a great trip. The part of it, we were hiking together.
You were,
Yes.
you were there at the
Oh, that's
same time?
great.
We were, yeah, we're actually friends, so.
Oh, you planned it?
We were there.
It was awesome.
Well, not
It was a
pregnant.
60th birthday party and somebody else who is 60 also. but,
Huh. Nice.
And the luggage got moved magically from one. This, that's the amount.
Perfect,
We just walked.
perfect, yeah.
We have one friend who's very organized and she organized. a
That
very
sounds like the
nice
way to do it.
event. Yeah. Then I went to southern Italy. If anyone has yet to go to Puglia, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that was another planned by my girlfriend. We just showed up and it was 4 other couples, so there's 10 of us. And I didn't know, I only knew one. We had a blast. Puglia's
So, let's go ahead and get started with the agenda. Currently, 13 and 14 PM on Thursday, October 12th. Present, we have Pam, Gary, Sue, Leslie, me, absent, Philip Barth, maybe Kendall. Remote is. Oh, sorry, I did not get Marty.
I don't know that person.
We have Ryan remotely. Hey, Ryan. Can you hear us?
Hey guys, I can just faintly hear you.
We can hear you.
Nice. Oh, hey, look.
Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
So we definitely heard you. Oh, and we can see you as well.
Handsome Ryan Breen.
Hmm.
Cool, so, let's go ahead and, get things kicked off. So first of all, is there any oral communications for items not on the agenda? I think there are.
Yes, I have a couple.
Okay.
Okay, and I think it'll all tie in eventually. We have 3 town authors and a movie. And this is where I'm getting is that we share the responsibility with the library or friends of the library or history or something. And, so it's Sue Crane on one end, Lenora Farrell, which, who is our poet laureate, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute, wrote a book on Sydney Durrell, director of SAC, and also another one on yeah, and this name's rhymes with carrot, so I'm gonna say Adareth. Has written a children's book, kind of a teen book. So between the holiday fair and maybe we could have an author. Oh, and Bob Turcott has a movie, but I don't know what the topic is. He's been involved with the whole mess of government housing and all that. So maybe it's on that. I should check that. The other night we were coming to walk the dog, and the performance lawn at the library was all set up with a table and a screen. Cute kids, and this gal was letting the kid out of the car. And I said, I wish we could do this for you more often. And she said, oh, my husband, it was Kyle. Remember Kyle Graham? He's on our committee. Oh, okay. Anyway, they pulled the permit for the area, but just showed their own movie. So to avoid the $465, I believe that the library, I know they can show movies, but they haven't. I think they haven't wanted to. The guy's gone now. What?
The movie topic you're now discussing related to the.
Yes, and this is, could we help, could cultural arts and the library, cultural arts and whoever do it together?
Right, a movie
What,
night.
like a movie night or author night, or if we could do it together.
So the author night and the movie night are separate,
Yes,
so these are two different. things.
yeah, the
Okay.
movie night would be kids,
Uh-huh.
and maybe just do it a little more often. Through the library, at the library, if we happen to fall out the door outside, it'd be an outdoor movie. But I think they feel limited on their staff and whatever, so I'm just hoping we can work with either the library or friends of the library or history or something and do a few more things. That's all, and it'll come up a little bit.
So hold on, so there were basically two bullet points. One, potential evening where we recognize local authors.
Authors, yeah.
Whether it be poetry or book. or kind of thing. And the other one is the kids movie.
Well, because we didn't do that this year for them.
So we did it.
No.
Last year we did it.
Yeah, you have to.
Last year we did it, but I have to say, someone who wrote in said it was still light when we started and it was cold when we ended. So I was thinking either we go forward and do something in the summer months, you know, or late spring or right after daylight savings or something, or which would be great because we have a lot of things going on in the summer and we're a small group. Why don't we see, and if we can do it through the library, that would be great. If we could use the main auditorium and do an indoor movie in say like December or January, that way the cultural arts is still.
If they come and it's cold, we'll say, come into the community. I don't know what the licensing is for the library.
Well, the licensing, the issue for the licensing is really for the film itself.
Yes.
It wasn't for the
library gets it
space, like we're
free.
allowed to use whatever, we could use indoor, outdoor, whatever. But it's the film itself,
Yes, no, I understand that.
so,
And Heidi said it was $465. The
Mhm.
library rents out the movie, they have it like,
yeah.
I think that the former librarian felt that it was too much, they had to stay open late. But anyway, let's think about working with them.
Yeah, so I mean, last time we.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We shouldn't have.
Well, but we probably didn't because we probably did those things because we needed to because we ran into issues working with the library.
Yes.
I know that,
That's what she's saying. Now the library guy is gone. He
He's
was
gone.
the hurdle.
And now
Okay.
let's kind of think about it, that's
oh,
all.
I see what you're saying.
So,
So
If you can make friends with the new person. No, I know, I get what you mean, because that was the hurdle. But that was Heidi had that hurdle. James and I just came and screened it, but we could easily screen. I'm gonna call it the MUR, because I don't know what else to call it. But we could community hall. We could easily screen in the community hall, and it would be really nice to have something that isn't in the summer.
Yes.
Because we have all the music in the summer, we could have an author come and speak and then have an appropriate film that would, maybe it's not in the library file, but something that, I don't know if you guys want to do something that's current. I've had a couple of people ask
Yeah, I
how
mean,
the Cultural Arts Committee was gonna take into account what's going on in the world, and is that gonna be any part of our kind of syllabus? I don't know.
we used to do that.
Mhm. Because they said that sustainability.
Too many of the saviors.
But if there's a way to get, I mean, if we had an author who came and spoke about their book, and then we had a film that was kind of related in some way. I was on the board of the United Nations Film Festival for like 5 years, so I have access to, and they could come and do something for us, so that the licensing part, if you guys want to do something like that, but we don't have a lot of kids play with the film.
well, let's,
The movie night was the only thing we did for
let's go one
kids.
topic at a time.
And
Let's-
also.
Let's finish up, guys.
Yeah, okay, let's get back to,
Finish
yeah,
up on the
Okay, the
kids.
next thing is that.
Guys,
he wants to finish on the
let's
kids.
finish up on the kids bullet points, so we can move on to
Okay.
the author's bullet points. I think
Okay.
we want to check all the check boxes. And it's gonna be really hard for us to write up minutes.
Yeah.
So staying with the kids, moving.
Mhm.
Last time it was you working with Heidi.
Mhm.
Heidi indicated that she wouldn't be at this meeting, but she didn't say I'm no longer available. She just said. I'm
Right.
not. So she could be available, and she has a lot of memory from the last time she was involved. She dealt with all that stuff. So it seems to me that
James really did well.
oh,
He
but
did.
ahead of time.
I
for
know, but maybe
licensing.
we can bypass
So my
the
point is,
budget portion.
let's go ahead and create a put up there the idea of having a subcommittee who does the kids movie nights. And so I'm looking for volunteers, but he wants to,
I already told, James is gonna stop back in because he has to pick me up. I already told him he was gonna have to be on board for making the movie night happen. He basically, you know how it is.
So would
And
Heidi
I
have
didn't-
head that up?
Heidi was dealing with the library where she got the pushback that we already talked about. She was dealing with trying to come up with what the licensing costs are. She was talking with vendors. She kind of did all that a year
Yeah.
ago. So I'm sure she remembers all those.
Yeah.
and it would be-
But how do you guys feel about doing something in December like Holiday Ask? Or is that kind of controversial too?
For the kids.
Yes. Yeah, but is
like
that
a-
controversial too? I mean, I don't know. Do we
Like
want
Polar
to choose like
Express.
I don't know, or do we want to do something in January where that's pretty much our downtime, right? January, February, we won't have had,
Could do like a pajama night.
yeah, yeah.
That's a cute idea.
Yeah. January is better.
January.
January or February, and if Heidi doesn't want to do it, I'm happy to head it because I'm gonna make him do the whole thing anyway, so.
Well, I can help. I can help
Yeah,
too.
and you know what? And it'd be so, hey, and my grandmother might come in February, so maybe February.
So that would be fun.
That'd be really fun. We don't do anything, we haven't really done anything other than, you're really great, John, about incorporating the kids in TV Palooza. But they don't get a lot of,
It needs more-
we need a little, they used to have, junior high dance night. I mean, we used to offer a lot for the young people in this town when my kids were growing, but there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's not, like, we don't do a dance, we did that one movie night, but it was really cold, you guys. The kids
I
were
was
freezing.
there.
It was Coco.
I
They
was
were,
there and it was fun.
it was really fun, but they were freezing at the end. And none of the kids wanted to, you know, they were like trying to hang in there, but it was cold.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a problem with the wind too, blowing the?
No,
Yeah.
it
Screen?
just got, it's a little protected, but it just got cold and we couldn't turn it on because it was still light out.
Yeah.
So we had to wait till at least got dim, remember? And they were like, put on the movie. And they couldn't see it in the beginning and. So inside would be better.
Much
John, do
better.
you think there's any stipulations on us using that space? Yeah. Okay,
You know, we get it.
okay.
The library can also get it for free. But I don't.
We'd have to use one of their movies though. And
If
all
we
the
wanted
kids
to use
wanted
it,
something
the
new.
way
Remember
Garrett-
with Coco?
The way Garrett told it is, it had to be inside the library properly, I think he was mistaken. And I think they worry about their staff,
Mhm.
because it's late at night. I mean, now they're open till 8, so that, they've got staff there, but anyway.
If we did a Friday night for the kids at like 7:30
And they're closed at 5 now.
to
but
9, it would be
If
great.
we were
We
able
just
to
have to
work-
watch the junior high kids.
Yeah.
Friends of the library.
Have to have it
Friends of the
monitored,
Friends of the library,
for
we
sure.
have- we could do it.
Okay,
So, okay, and then the last thing is that,
hold on, just to
oh, okay,
to
sorry.
seal that one off, do we have a vote for the subcommittee to?
No, that's Brian.
Oh, Ryan.
Oh, I'll take him as my better.
I heard you guys
What
were
the heck?
saying, so I
Know
figured
that face.
either waste my time at home or drive down.
Oh, you couldn't
Thank
hear
you,
us?
Ryan.
No, these mics, unless you're like this, you can't hear anything. You hear that difference? Yeah.
Been like this. Ryan's the perfect person because he has a type.
And there's a button.
Oh,
You
that was
do
the
have
problem.
to turn them
There's
on.
also a
I
button,
didn't push the
yes.
button. That was the problem.
We're talking about movie night.
Yeah.
Family, kid, whatever.
Blind, leaving the
It
blind
would be
around
fun
it.
to do something for the not so little kids too. Because that's who I think gets missed in our town.
Okay,
You get to be 12 or 13 and you're kind of.
so let's do this. Keeping in mind that it's currently almost 1:30, what I propose is that we create a subcommittee and that we vote to create a subcommittee to do kids' night movies.
I'll do that.
Okay, so anyone want to,
I
So
so,
moved. We
You
can't
move?
vote. We can't vote because
no, it's not on the agenda.
So
Ah,
that's why I
good
was
point.
saying-
Okay,
that's why I was saying
we'll
this-
vote it, we'll
this
vote it,
time.
we'll vote it
Okay.
next time. Thank you. We'll put it on the, thank you
But
for
I
catching
have
that. Sue.
Tammy, Heidi, and Wesley for the subcommittee.
Okay, great. So we'll put that on the agenda to
Mhm.
get it formally approved. Thank you, Sue. Then,
Well, don't put Heidi in there. Let's talk to her first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And see if she's on board.
yeah,
If
Oh.
not, I'll just do it.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
get a bunch of
sure.
stuff anyway.
can you reach out to Heidi? Okay, cool. The second thing is this idea of authors. And by the way, I'd like to add to that list because on the flight home from Europe, I ripped through a book that was just released by a Portola Valley author. His name is Jamie Worthington, and the name of the book is The Play Group. And it's a group of women who live in Oak, and men, but mostly women, who live in Oak Valley, which is a suburb of Silicon Valley. And the school that the play group is at is Wyndham School. And there's an East Ridge Drive and they go to Oak and Violet Restaurant. It's basically about Portola Valley and it's just dripping with drama. It's not my genre at all normally.
Wait, what's it
It's,
called? I'm gonna
it's
read it.
totally a romance novel. Not my genre at all, but because I know the author and because there were so many Portola Valley references,
John, what's the name again?
it's called The Play Group.
Okay, great.
It's just out, like 2 weeks ago.
What's her last name?
Last name Worthington, and the first name is
Jamie?
Jami.
Oh, Jane's the girl, the woman?
Is it Jamie?
Yes,
Ranch.
she lives on the ranch.
She did. I don't
She-
think she does now.
She does.
Oh, she does.
She still lives there.
Didn't they divorce?
They did, but she kept the house.
She kept the
Oh,
house,
I
okay.
know her.
Jamie
I did the
Worthington.
Amazing Race against her.
Yeah, she's great. So the book is fabulous. Again, I would never have read it because it's not my genre, but the fact that I knew the author and that it was about the town I live in kept me hooked long enough to where the intrigue started to kick in, because it is an intrigue novel. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
Interesting.
So highly recommended, and it would be fun to to have her
Yeah.
involved in a
perfect.
talk or something like that. She's actually written many books of the romance novel genre. And now she's sort of more in going towards the intrigue genre. This is kind of a blend.
Wow.
Anyway,
Oh, I'll have my book group. Well, Tina probably told book group to read it.
could be.
Yeah.
And so she's starting to read it too, but I just ripped through it on the flight home. I loved it. Anyway,
Juicy deeds.
so it's
Well, maybe
definitely a
that
juicy
person
novel.
could come and speak, and then we could do like a film related to, you know, Peyton Place kind of town.
So pre-COVID, that's
He
true.
doesn't
that-
know what Peyton Place is.
No
The
idea.
only person here has no idea.
What's the name of that?
Peyton Place was like a show that was, you don't remember, oh, you're too young too. Everybody else remembers Peyton Place, right?
Never missed an episode.
I know, it was pretty juicy.
So it's basically 2 years ago, or a couple years ago, maybe three, before COVID, we had a number of people come and do talks. Armand Nuckermans came and did a talk. Shelley came and did a talk. We had different people from the community do talks, and we organized them in the community room, and they were well received, well attended, wine and cheese. They were fun events, so we could, you know, do something along those lines. So, exactly. Yes.
And they were very supportive. We did a couple in here. Yeah, and it's real, it's so easy, and you know, because the chairs are all set up and we have the refreshments outside and, it's some work to do that community. room. But when Shelley did this photography, it was packed.
Yeah.
And then, as well.
And he's done earthquake talks in here too. Yeah. Yeah.
So, we can bring back the speaker series. Maybe.
So who would like to put together a subcommittee around doing the speaker series?
We could have the same subcommittee for both. really.
Yeah,
They're two
we
different
could.
nights.
Want to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easiest. I think so.
All right, that works.
Yeah.
And once we pick off, I mean, the others are here and we know we have,
Let's get Jamie
Once
though.
that
That's a great
works.
idea.
we can look for a speaker.
I don't think we
None
should,
of them charged us for it,
Yeah.
so that was cool.
I doubt she would either.
And,
Mother book.
oh, plus this. So can I get to the poet laureate?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we appointed her, and then COVID hit, and we haven't done anything. She's ready. And the county came to our town council and urged us to do this, and we did. And, it never went anywhere. I don't know if we want to do her on a separate evening with her poetry, maybe join somebody else with the county.
Do you want to put the poet laureate follow-up on the same list of the speaker series?
Maybe that'll be separate, and I'm happy to.
Okay.
But now, as I said, I'm worried to do it. What's up with COVID?
We'll deal with it if,
Maybe mascot.
We'll
Right,
deal-
and obviously, no, it's been 3 years, but, just as a matter of a town committee. April is poetry month.
oh, maybe April's a good time for that.
You know, think about opening poetry up to the kids. As a- Okay.
We go into the schools. We work with the kids.
And then you do like a poetry reading for the kids who want to get up and voice their.
Evening, kids doing their
I
thing.
think that would be
And we have
very
done it
timely.
for 3 years. It's the most fabulous evening, and, you know, one little kid will write about a frog and a blog and a dog.
I think you're gonna hear some very interesting things. And
And we put up those boards that we have and put their poems on the board, and they stood next to them in the church. They were just so proud of
Is this
Yeah.
something that was ever published? Because Marva Stecker once gave me a whole list of kids' poetry.
Yes.
Was
we
it
have
Well, the
from
this-
Almanac did a contest many years ago, and there was so many kids from our town.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
us. That was-
that
It was
contributed,
wonderful.
And the three winners, one of them was a 6-year-old, Savannah
Yes.
Sonata won.
Oh, wow.
They were great.
Wow.
But it was a dark poem.
I
Oh, was
remember
it?
It was
Yeah,
dark.
after
It was
Robert-
about the bird, I mean, it was
It
like,
went on in that.
yes, I don't know.
Anyway,
I
it's
think her
very-
parents thought her parents
I
had
know
no
it's
idea.
Very difficult to get things to you.
I think we could get the word out in another way.
Right.
That, and they could be more anonymous, because I think that that's part of why you don't get those junior high kids,
Right.
you know? And I
Okay,
feel like
let's, let's,
I'll get on the phone. Thank you, sorry, but I
Okay.
know it's all gonna tie in
yeah, exactly.
with what we're. So, thanks.
Yeah, great. And then there was some emails going around before, Pam, what you just mentioned. Pam? There were some emails going around that I wanted to make sure got discussed in this meeting. You want to? This had to do with, oh, that was movie night. Okay, so where are you
Yeah,
covered?
yeah, yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Anything
Because like I
else?
said, I can't, but I think that is what she was trying to say, and then you can go through the library, but the only thing is we go back to that limited source of films.
Right,
And do we want to do something that's more poignant and, present day
yeah,
as a committee? I don't know.
Like Christmas and then you say Christmas.
See, that always gets into this whole. I don't know if we should, I don't know how we feel as a committee about,
I think,
that's kind of a big thing to think about, but I think we should think about it. Yeah, that are message
Yeah.
films without being, that aren't religious, that aren't like,
Yeah.
sector.
yeah, secular, yeah. Okay, so I think that's in good hands in terms of the movie night. So let's see, we're on to approving the minutes, which are down here. Has anybody had a chance to review the minutes? We talked about piano donation, Christmas fair, all the planning for next year. So is there a motion to approve the minutes? A second, okay. All those in favor? Okay, we passed the minutes. Sorry, we approved the minutes. New business, so budget review, I do have, if I can,
This is always the tricky part, the budget.
let me see if I can get, I can pull up the budget. Searching for it on my computer. Show on my screen. You see my screen now, right? So, here we go. So, proposed 2023-2024 budget was a total of $15,000. 9,000 for the Cultural Arts Committee, sorry, 9,000 for the summer concert series, which means for each event, it's roughly $1,000 for the audio video. So subtract out 3,000 for audio video, that leaves you with $6,000. And then the $6,000, based on the average $2,000 per band for the summer concert series, which is what we're expecting. And we'll talk more about the summer concert series in a minute. PV Palooza, since we had a shortfall this year, we drew on leftover fundraising from the previous year's PV Palooza. So anticipating that this year we will have that same problem, I put $3,000 in that we can use towards PV Palooza in case we don't raise enough money. And then 750 food and beverage for the events other than PV Palooza and the concert series. 700 for supporting kids movie night, 800 for the photo archive, and 750 for kids photography exhibit. So we don't have to use it for those particular buckets, but those are the funds we have to draw from. So I think we're pretty well funded. Any questions about that?
Kids photography?
Oh, these were just different ideas that, had come up over the course of the year that I popped in there for placeholders.
Yes.
Yeah.
$465 will help us too.
So that's mhm.
The playground and the global safety. Next meeting, I'll have some info.
Okay, so that's what's happening there. Let's go back to the agenda. Where did my agenda go? Anything else regarding the budget we should talk about?
I'm sorry. Let me go back to the, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy is the one that wanted moving on. Did that come out of our budget totally?
Yes,
Oh, how nice of him. Yeah, okay, and it was 800 total?
I don't recall.
Oh, it's not on there.
No, that,
Oh, okay, that's the estimate for next year.
the, no, the 800 was photo archive support materials.
Oh, okay.
Photo archive support materials. But again, those are buckets. We can manage our budget however we want. They're not going to look at, they'll just look at the top level.
Because
Okay.
that was not our choice to do. But we did support him. It was his idea.
Mhm.
Somehow he found the money.
I don't remember. Maybe he paid for it. Maybe we paid for it. I'm pretty sure we paid for it, but I don't know. Okay, piano donation. Where are we on that?
There's no way.
Go to fix it? Did the analyze? Well, it broke our heart, if we really wanted to have a piano, maybe. That way, so I just wanted it on the agenda so we can.
Okay. Okay.
Throw it in the back of the
Okay,
pickup
so
truck
I
and
was
drop it
telling
off
this
as is.
story, and this gal had sold her house, and she said you get 10 cents on the dollar for a piano. And she put it with a company to sell, or they're storing it if it sells. I think she donated to us from the company. I mean, it's holding it. I don't know
Is
if
it-
the piano is in it, but,
Do you know if it's in serviceable condition?
It's a write-off.
Oh, I
For the
absolutely,
donation.
yeah. I'll have to get back to her. But
Okay.
I know, I mean, this is how they come up, is that somebody's selling the house, and then, oh, we have to get rid of the piano, so we just have to be prepared to, obtain it quickly. I think that, and I used him too, Jacobson, is fabulous.
And they were the best. Yeah, I was going way up. I don't have my notes with you. Is now charged so much per foot. So a baby grand is about 5 feet. I paid $235. He laughed because I'm alone. They wrote me a note. $1 more for gasoline is on it. And they charged $250 to move the piano. That is 28 years.
So should we just give up on the board?
Oh, no,
No.
Oh, on the, yes, that's where, yeah, we just can't.
Just
We can't
forget
afford
that.
45,000 and we could buy a new Steinway for less than that, and we can't even afford that at this point, so.
So somebody should tell Vanna that, right?
Yeah, but we may have this one, and, the others are just such short notice, you know, somebody puts it on the form, and we can get it by Friday.
Well, I mean,
So-
another way to do it would be to proactively put out there that we are looking for a piano so that, and to have all the logistics, well, first of all, I think we don't have a budget to restore a piano, so we want a piano that's in working condition.
Yeah.
That where, yes, we could tune it, and yes, we could move it, we'll pay to move it and tune it, but we're not gonna be doing any restoration. So if that's kind of the parameters of this piano project, and we know that going in, we can just send out an email to inform that we're looking for a piano in good condition, and that as a donation.
Do we stipulate what kind, baby grand, Senate,
Oh.
whatever?
Do you care whether it's a baby grand or a Sand? Okay.
You have an upright, right?
Oh,
Oh, these little princesses. All right.
wait, we have a piano here at the town center?
They roll it out.
We're doing all this for
Oh, because it's a little piano.
Oh.
Yeah, and by the time they roll it around and store it in the room, it's lost. No, we want a good piano, and we want kids to be able to come and do recitals, and I just at the garden club today, and they started talking about pianos, and Sally Fenton said, I would love to come play. I'm no good, but I'd love to come play the piano. And everybody said, oh
Would
my
be really
God.
nice. We could do it,
So I think-
that's what we could do, a sing along if we had one.
We can do all
That could
sorts
be our
of things,
holiday
yeah.
thing. That way all the songs could be sung.
And the only thing, John, about putting it out to the forum is that we all have to monitor it, and if it doesn't work out well, it's difficult.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping in the next 3 months, another one will come up and we
Okay.
can check it out.
All right, well,
I
but
mean,
let,
it's heartbreaking to not get.
yeah,
Well, you could probably still get it for you if you take it as is.
Well, listen, I think it, guys, I think it is important to get really clear on how we plan to use this piano. I don't think it behooves us to say, oh, let's get a piano and let kids play it and let's do all these things. Like, will we have recitals? Will we have concerts? Will we have sing-alongs? Depending on how focused we get with this, it should dictate the extent to which we want a nice piano or just any old piano. So if we plan to really have like extensive, events and such around a piano, we should get a really nice piano, and therefore we should have standards on what we would ask for. Yeah.
So Rosie Lewis had done very new and very nice stuff. It went for 3,000, the church stuff, so no. Take it like that.
Hmm.
For 3,000, they got it?
I think. Yes, they've gotten it first, but we just weren't prepared. I just think we need to prepare and have it for them. As you're saying.
Yeah, so I,
The thing is, we went through this how many years ago? 4 or 5 years ago with the council. Now it's an all new council. They don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll just start building again, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, Sue, I think it's a good call that like we don't need this piano tomorrow or in 3 weeks or in 3 months. Like if anyone out there expects that they would want to donate a really nice piano to the town in the next 6 months, like please keep us in mind and get in touch. We'd love to receive it as a donation.
yeah,
So there's a gal on Westridge. Can't think of her name.
okay.
Scott and
So
then-
I don't want to
Yeah.
zoom in on another specific case. Let's keep it high level like
Okay.
Ryan's talking about. So what do we want to do here? What's the resolution on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it does make sense to write a PV forum post. I mean, I'm happy to take that on.
Okay,
That the town, the Cultural Arts Committee and the town is looking for a lovely piano to go in the MUR to host future recitals, etc.
okay,
Please reach out. So, yeah,
that's a great idea.
okay.
Okay, so the next one is the Christmas fair. Any updates on the Christmas fair?
We did not get a date settled on. I feel like
Right.
we need to be.
Yeah, so
if it's gonna happen.
did we get agreement that we can have it and in which room we would have it?
I think we get conclusive agreement.
Yeah.
Basically,
This is Carrie Chin.
and she said, yeah, Kristen, and she said she had to ask the. I checked in with her, she was waiting for approval that we could even use this room. But she was waiting.
So this room is a candidate, but the concern is the AV equipment. The town hall, sorry, the community room isn't a candidate because of the fact that it's going to be art for sale.
You can't exchange money in the building.
So what if we do like a system where we set up a tent outside and had a cashier
Yeah.
and everybody writes up a ticket and you go outside and you pay? You know, you go out, yeah. we did something
That's a
like
great
that.
idea.
That's a
That
great
way
idea.
we could get a lot of people in there,
Because I think that's a,
but you just pay outside.
so that's a great idea. Let's go.
You know,
Let's,
we could set up a cashier, set up a
And the other
system,
thing-
and you could write down what they're selling.
Would be
so,
the more
so put,
expensive things. Put the less expensive things in here. You know, the note cards where it's $5, $10. Put expensive paintings in there and then you'd be able to go outside it. They pay the artist directly. Outside. But don't try to mix the little.
so I think it's a great idea to, for me, the community center is kind of the right
I think
space.
so
for
too.
that.
I think so.
It
I
doesn't-
mean, it would work in here, but it would be limited because of space and just the equipment.
Yeah. So I think,
We
let's,
haven't got approval,
We
so.
haven't gotten approval for it, so.
so let's go back to the idea of the community hall with transactions happening in a tent that's outside and see if it flies. If it
Yeah.
flies, good to go.
I think that's a little more open in here too, and there's the business work, Leslie, because like, you
Yeah.
know, you don't have to stack up all the chairs and move this, and, you
Yeah.
know, it's just kind of a nice space to set up.
You would also have tents outside here. People would have their own
Yeah.
tents.
Okay,
And
so
then
Are you
cold.
thinking that we should do that and in here?
I
Just
don't-
Back there.
let's keep it simple.
Yeah, just
Pick
back there.
One
Just back
space, yeah.
there.
That's my thing.
And maybe
then
do more just the
another thing-
artisans and less of the, you know, crafts for the kids and all that, like,
So if depending on what's going on the day we do it, we could actually.
yeah.
And it's right
Um,
there. Mm.
It's right there.
Okay.
I think the thing.
Are you
pressing
gonna
thing
ask
is
any of the
date.
artisans to give a kickback to the cultural arts committee? like we were gonna,
No, that's a
no, I
good
mean, like we were
question.
gonna do with the, vendors at TV Palooza. Like, maybe they
Maybe-
should give us something. Maybe
Just
or
try
charge
it-
for the booth.
Try it first.
Priory charge.
Some of them didn't make very much money.
So we charged, in the past, we've
Okay.
taken 20%,
Uh-huh.
and over the years, that's changed. It goes to open space, the school, and the opening the community for a couple of years. We could do 10%, and then we just didn't charge the kids. Or
Uh-huh.
people who didn't sell much.
Uh-huh.
I love Jane and Crystal for doing that. They just saw that they hadn't sold much and they never charged it.
I just did the Kings Mountain Fair and they charged 10% for the locals
Hmm.
and they charged 15% for the people who come from out of state.
You know,
Hmm.
So,
when
mean,
he
and
was
that all
doing
goes to the
photography,
fire
we had to pay
station.
for the booth wherever we went.
yeah,
Okay. All right, anything else on the Christmas fair?
I think just the date.
Yeah, so
And
I would,
getting
Permission to
and-
use the community.
And getting permission.
so why don't you go ahead and send another email, CC me.
Yeah.
What's interesting is before I left for Europe, I got this call from Jeff Alves, who wanted to talk to me about the Christmas art fair. I'm just like, that's not gonna happen. I'm packing.
I'm
with-
on my way.
So I think I texted you and told you that he was gonna reach out to you, because I asked him to call you instead, because you
Yeah, I
knew more
never
about it.
heard from him.
So that never happened. So we'll just close that loop.
Okay.
When you've been emailing, it's been with Carrie Chin only?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and send her another email and then,
Is she over in the office back there?
she is.
Like I could just walk back there and talk to her?
Yeah, but for some
Yeah,
reason
that
they've
has to
changed
be a-
their,
It would just be nice to be able to just go in there and talk to her and look at a date, you know, instead of like.
Send her right now that you're here and
Well-
could we go over and talk to you.
the thing is that the town center has changed their hours recently and they're only open until noon every day. That's it. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I
Send her an email.
And what are their salaries?
I don't know. This is
Are
a
they gonna cut
recorded,
the
just so you
salaries
know,
for
this is,
part-time?
just so you know, this is, just so you know, you're on a recorded. This is a recorded
Well,
meeting.
that's a real question.
Okay, just wanted to let you know.
Okay, so I will email her about the date and I will confirm that we can use the community hall and that we can set up payment outside underneath a covered space. And, I mean, do I need to include in that email that we're thinking about charging 10% of what the artists sell that'll go back
No,
to the?
they don't need to
Okay,
know.
so just the
That's our own
date
stuff,
and
yeah.
the facility.
Just the date and the facility.
Got it. Okay, I'm on it.
Cool. And, advanced planning for PD Palooza. So the meeting that was supposed to happen where we would talk about what needs to change next year never happened. I'm having the same issue you are in terms of getting responses. And timing is slipping. So
Yeah.
I think we need to pick dates. And I vote that we, running a little late in the meeting because we only have one more minute, but I think we do need to pick dates for the events next summer. So I'm-
Time or do we need to do it in-
well, I think we can maybe just throw out a couple of, I mean, my vote would be to go for the same dates as this past year within a few days.
I kind of disagree with the September date.
Okay,
I think we should try to do something like a little earlier, just because it was cooler and we didn't
Okay.
have the same turnout.
I'm with
And I
that.
think when it's still warm and maybe the kids are back in school, but it's only like a week back in instead of a few weeks back in.
good.
think more
Yeah.
people will be
Yeah, or
Yeah.
even like even if we switched it to a Friday over a Thursday for that last concert, because all the kids are back in school and we didn't have like the little families and
Let's try and keep it to the Thursdays, just because that's right after the farmer's market and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So let's see. So what about if we do September 5th for the third summer concert series? That's a Thursday. August 8th for the second one. Sorry? Yeah. July 11th for the one before that, the first one. And then big wild card was PV Palooza. We would normally be doing it June 8th to be in line with what we did last year, but we could do June 1st if we wanted.
Ooh, that would be better. I just know because there's a Honda fair and there's other events going on.
Yeah, the first is good.
The
Marilyn and Rose birthday.
All right.
Kind of nice because it's before the kids
We
take
could have a
off too
theme.
for the summer.
Come dressed as Marilyn.
June 1st.
June 1st.
Okay, so
What was the last date for PV Forum last, or sorry, for the PV Palooza?
last year was June 10th,
June 10th.
and the year before that it was June 11th. So there's going to be pushback from the town on the whole amount of work that the town has to do to report it, but I'm going to address that by saying, well, we're going to take a bunch off your list because we're going to use a different approach for the fundraising. So I'll handle that. That meeting didn't happen, but it's going to have to happen imminently. So I'll be pushing hard with Jeff Alves to make that happen as soon as possible. So let's go with those dates, and I'll use that as a forcing function to say, look, these are the dates that it,
What was the August date again?
August 8th.
July 11th.
so I'll go ahead and communicate those dates to Carrie, and that's gonna kind of be a forcing function for the rest of that dialogue to happen. Okay.
Okay.
Um, For the summer concert series next summer, I have 3 bands that I would love to share with you, and if you guys like the idea. So again, I want to try and keep it to 1 cover band per season, per summer. Because cover bands are just a little too easy. And I want to make sure that we get kind of original artists in as well. Of course, we can make exceptions to that if it makes sense. But anyway, so this year, Ticket to Ride is a Beatles cover band. They're really good. Tam and James have seen them. I don't know if you've seen them, Ryan, Ticket to Ride.
No, but I like the idea of it.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
great. You'll love them.
Yeah, it's just going to be a crowd pleaser. There's another band called Wobbly World. It's a guy's name and Wobbly World is the full name. Wobbly World. It's world music. It's kind of like a fusion of Cuban and different influences of music, but they're totally great with the crowd. They really get the crowd going. And what's the guy's? Yeah, I guess the name of the band is Freddie Clark is the principal. So it's Freddie Clark. Oh, did he?
I know Freddie.
Yeah, he's local. So Freddie Clark and Wobbly World is the other band, and then the third band
Nice.
I'm
like that.
recommending is Bundy Brown and
No, just looking at their
Guitar
website.
Gypsy.
Yeah.
And they played at PV Palooza, and they were absolutely amazing. This guy, Guitar Gypsy, basically channeled. That's the best blues guitarist in history.
Oh, B.B. King.
B.B. King, thank you. He channels B.B. King. It's so good.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a great combination. Normally, we don't have local bands as summer concert series. We kind of need from wherever there's talent, but there's no reason we can't.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
plenty of things.
So if you guys are okay with those 3 bands, we'll start putting things together around that. And then, is there any update, Sue, on local artists' collection and photography? Okay. Okay. So, next time we have a meeting on November 9th at 1 PM right here. We are still trying to get off the Brown Act so that we don't have to have all this structure.
I can't be here November.
You can? Okay. Maybe Phil can be here next time. Oh, yeah, or Ivy or Heidi. Okay,
That's in 2024. No, November 9th to Thursday. I think.
any other business or announcements? You gotta go. Okay, well, the town is the time is 2:06 PM and we are adjourning. Well done. Yeah. Bye, Wesley.
I'll
be
be
in
in
touch
touch
when I-
Okay, sounds good.
I'm in flight.
All right, see you, Ryan. Thanks for coming over. Sorry about the audio problems.
So Ryan will fill in Jana that the piano and us are.
Oh, that's a good point.
But
Uh,
she should be notified that. we
It sounds
can't
like
do
they
it.
might already have.
Sue?
Hey, did we?
No, they're not.